Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the members of our Tommy community around the world. My name is Luis Vanegas. I am from the Tommy organization, an organization that reflects its efforts in technology for education. We are currently working on creating a community of teachers and people in general that are number one related to education in many ways. That's why mostly we talk about teachers, professors, and tutors, people that are definitely related to education, policy makers, politicians, and activists, and people that are worried about education, and people who are worried and interested in learning how technology and education can combine, connect, and work together towards a revolution in education. A revolution that is already happening, that it's not waiting. There's agents of change all around the world working for education to evolve, to become better, to stay updated in terms of the newest technological innovations, and ready to have students, to have people that are going to actually be working in the future with the abilities that they are learning right now. So definitely very hard work for the teachers to prepare students for that. But here we are, and here, not only us, not only the Tommy people, but the teachers around the world. And also, today we have a special guest, a very interesting story, a man who comes with a story about working for education and working hard. And you will see why I'm saying that working hard special comment, because this is a person who really knows what is to work hard in terms of uh, uh, walking the extra mile, if I may, the extra miles, and just making sure that people are aware of the difficulties of education, but also the people are aware of the possibilities, all the new possibilities, the new changes that technology is bringing to the game in terms of education. But before we get to that, let me say hello to all our friends in Africa, in the Philippines, in the United States, in Europe, who are here. Welcome, Mr. Tom Jr. He says he wrote patiently waiting some minutes ago. We know that you are always there, joining us and interacting with us, and that's very valuable for us. Mr. Forson, greetings to you as well, and welcome back. Welcome again to this series of workshops. Remember, this is a series of workshops that we're developing through the first part of this 2024, this year, that is focused on the skills that teachers should have, the new skills, the new tech skills that teachers should have to in order to play their role in the classroom, and in order to pass those skills to the students. Also, to teacher Mohamed Alimatu, hello and welcome. To Miss Sophie Kiborik, hello. To Miss Sintiche, who is also a very regular uh, attendant of these workshops, hello, welcome, and thank you very much for being here once again with us. To Mr. Daniel Richlop, also welcome. Very happy to have you here. Let us know where you are writing from. Where are you right now? Where's your location? Because we also would like to know where's the people connecting from, and how are people interacting with us through these workshops. So today's workshop, again, is a workshop dedicated to. We are not going to have an academic workshop today, but we're going to learn a lot. with this interview, with this conversation with Mr. Dale van Blerk. Mr. Dale is from South Africa, and he's, I would say, I dare to say, an activist for education. He's been around working around education since some years ago, and he has been doing a very important job collecting resources for education and also creating awareness of people around Africa and around the world of the importance of looking towards the educational problems that we are having and how easy it is to solve those problems if we are all together working for a specific purpose. Over here, people are already saying where they're from. So, Mr. Tom, once again, hello. Miss Ntiche from Ghana. Miss Sophie, she's in Kenya at the moment. Very, very nice to have people from Kenya joining us. I think after Ghana, our Kenyan community is the biggest in Africa. We are trying very hard also to bring Tommy to the South African teachers just to let them know that we are here, that we are around, and also Cameroon, Senegal, which we already have people from the community from of the community from there. But we are also trying to get to more people. We have a lot of people already in the community from the Philippines, in Asia, and from Singapore, which makes us very happy. And we are also having people connecting from the US and England, the UK. So definitely this community is growing and we are growing with it. So get ready for what's coming because you're going to be very, very interested in that. Mr. Tom Obachi from Kenya as well. And also Mr. Mohamed Alimatu from Tamale, Ghana, in the northern part of Ghana. Thank you very much for being here. And let's get ready for what we have today. Before we get to talk to Mr. Dale about and ask him about all the interesting stories that he has to tell us, I want to mention what's going on with the community at the moment. So right now we are working on creating these kind of get-togethers just to make sure that we are active, that you can connect to us, that you can ask questions to us directly. But remember that you can also join us by joining the Telegram community. So right now, I am leaving the link, the Telegram link, so you can join our community on Telegram. If you're a Telegram user, just don't think twice. Just get there, make sure that you are there because you're going to be able to connect to us, even if it's for on questions on how to use our platforms, Tommy the Digital and TommyPlay.com, the teachers platform and the students platform, even if it's on ideas on how to make it better, ideas on how to create more workshops, content that is going to be useful for you, that is going to be definitely something that you may want to know or to use in your classrooms. So we are definitely open to suggestions and recommendations, and we want to grow together because you know your context, you know your necessities, and we are here to help you overcome those difficulties, to help you grow in terms of education. Mr. Forkson from Ghana also here. Thank you very much for joining us, as well as Miss Alice, also from Ghana. Ghana is our must go country in Africa. I think pretty soon there's going to be some news of Tommy in Ghana because we really want to work with that community, which is so committed, which is so always very keen to work with us and to join us in these strategies. So I was saying that I wanted to tell you a little bit of what's going on in the community, and pretty much the most important news that I have for you today. It's been already a couple of weeks, but we ended our strategy, the Tommy Awards. So for those who do not know about or didn't know about this strategy, the Tommy Awards was a strategy, a contest that we developed worldwide around the world for teachers that already use the platform or that were interested in using the platform, Tommy that Digital. And we just asked teachers around the world to create a lesson that would help us know a little bit more about your culture, your country, your region, and that would also connect to educational purposes. So we got participants from all over the world, people who wanted to participate in order to get long life subscriptions to our platforms. One of our Tommy 8 devices, which is the latest release, the Tommy 8 device, which we will be talking a little bit of in minutes. And also the first prize was the possibility to get a long life subscription to our platform, premium subscription, a Tommy 8 device, which is a game changer for the classroom, a teacher's assistant that changes the game in the classroom, and also the possibility to visit us in Medellin, Colombia. And guess what? The winner of this Tommy Awards was actually a teacher from Ghana in Africa. And we are very happy to have Mr. Abdul Fattah here with us. Mr. Abdul, welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank
You
you,
were the winner.
thank you, Luis, and to the team at Tommy. I must say, this year has been an exciting year for me in regards to this Tommy Awards. I am so excited, and I am still celebrating with my students.
Yes. Well, let me tell you that we are actually right now preparing Mr. Abdul's visit to Colombia, to Medellin. He's going to be around Medellin for some special appointments, cultural visit, an academic visit. He's going to be with us in our offices, learning how to use our platform a little bit better, learning how to use our device, Tommy 8, and he's going to bring back a Tommy 8 back to Ghana to Tamale. Is it what is the exact name of the region where you are at the moment, Mr. Abdul?
Yeah, Tamale, Northern Region.
The northern region. Okay, so let us know a little bit of what you're expecting with your visit.
Well, okay. I think this is my first time of stepping out of Ghana, and this is really an exciting thing for me to experience in the coming months, and then also to have a touch and an experience with the Tommy 8. I think with this Tommy 8, I can't wait to have a feel of it and also learn more about the platform because my students are eager to know more about the Tommy 8 and the platform as well. So
Well,
with this, uh, I'm still on it, getting students to those who have not had the opportunity to learn, to know more about the platform. I'm currently engaging those students to be able to also know what the Tommy digital platform is all about.
we are very happy to have you here. I have to tell you, Mr. Abdul is no ordinary teacher. He is a very special teacher. He actually managed to play his lesson created on Tommy the Digital over 500 times, right?
Yes, 661.
There you go. So
Yeah.
definitely a big effort. Tell us a little bit of how you managed to do that.
Yes, I think it was not easy. The stress to get computers, our part of the world is difficult to get computers. We don't have ICT labs, but I was so fortunate to have an ICT center at where my library is situated. And I also had to borrow some laptops from my colleague teachers. Then also the internet challenges, the stress to transport children who are not from my hometown to the library, because that was the center of the lesson presentation. So I think it was stressful, but also interesting and lovely.
I am sure. I'm sure it was, and we are very happy and we're very thankful because you made a big effort. No other teacher around the world was able to follow you, to follow you or to chase you.
Yes.
So definitely a big effort, and the most important is that you actually managed to get to a lot of students with your lesson and with your information. What do your students think about it?
Yes, I think they are so excited getting this platform. I think during the first time I had an experience with this platform, uh, I contacted my co-founder of an organization, which we had talks about creating an ICT training for students. So this was just basically based on Tommy. So every quarter, it was part of our activities. So every quarter, we have students who comes around. Then we train them on how to use the platform, how to search for lessons, and then play for themselves, and also to search for their favorite teachers to watch their lessons. And is the response has been good. The response has been good.
Yeah, that is great to hear. Okay, so I want to introduce you to our guest, Mr. Dale. He's in South Africa, but please, Mr. Abdul, do not leave because I want us to have a three-party conversation for a moment because I know Mr. Dale must have a lot of questions. He is very important of our allies in Africa, so he's very interested in these strategies as well. Mr. Dale, hello, good evening for you. How are you doing?
Good
Hi,
evening,
Dave.
Louis. Good morning, good morning, Abdul. How you guys doing?
Good evening from
Yeah, all
Ghana.
good, eh?
Yes.
Once again, so I just want to congratulate you, Abdul, for your amazing award, and I believe you put lot of hard work into that, and it's amazing to see that in any part of the world things can be done, and where there's a will, there's a way. And I've been listening to your story, and I commend you for doing this amazing job that you've been doing.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. And I think much of the thanks will go to the Tommy team for coming out with
Absolutely.
this important strategy. I think the strategy has been good so far.
That's
And we have a lot
absolutely
of
100% true. Yes,
and we have a lot of other strategies that we want you to make part of and other teachers
Yes.
around the world because our interest is education, and that's why also we are here because we want to talk about education, a revolution in education. So the first question actually goes to you both. We were mentioning before how interesting, how amazing it is that three people from three different countries in different parts of the world can get together. And if you include the people watching us in other countries, it's definitely something amazing. And it's all due to technology, right? So
absolutely. Yeah.
the first question, Mr. Dale, that I wanted to ask you, and also I would like to hear about that from Mr. Abdul, is what is the current status of the technology in the African classroom?
Well, you know what, Louis, it's a very important question that you asked me there. Is that it's the state of the classrooms? We've got two sectors, actually three sectors that we focus on. We've got obviously your the unprivileged school goers. Then you've got your middle class, and then obviously you've got your special schools or your private sector out there. Private sector is booming like everywhere in the world. We can say that. And the middle section, which is our section 21 schools, they're on half on par with technology. But then you get your underprivileged schools, like schools that's really battling in the rural areas where there's not even an internet connection, or you get 70 students in a classroom and they're still being taught with green board and chalk. I'm not gunning chalk and talk down, because Einstein was taught with, he taught his students with chalk and talk. But, things have changed. If you look at, like you've used that word of revolutionizing education, this is the stage where it's happening. And the reason why I say that is I've been doing this for 25 years. This has been in the making of 25 years, but now education has reached the tipping point of where technology is going to be the only way, basically, to educate our kids. I mean, AI is there and everything. It's sorry, I'm just waiting for that truck to. I know Abdul is sitting there. But yeah, it's really got to that point where technology is a main focus point in South Africa. And Tommy has come in at the right time, and Tommy is amazing and a great product with all the different platforms that you have. So yeah, it's like I said, 70 students in a classroom. Our youth is hungry for technology, and it would be so unfair if we cannot educate each and every student, or almost each and every student, with some kind of a technology solution. And Tommy is the most affordable solution out there with the most functionality that I've experienced. With the 25 years of experience, where the panel board started with Panasonic up to now, what technology is and what type of technology Tommy has put together it's just above most technology suppliers and solution providers out there, with all the different platforms, with augmented reality, with your digital platform, interactive system, and much more. So we're ready for the solution to be rolled out in South Africa, definitely.
Thank you very much. And before we say bye to Mr. Abdul, I didn't want you to leave us without letting us know. Same question. What is for you the current status of the use of technology in the Ghanaian classroom, in the average Ghanaian classroom?
Yeah, I think the current state of technology is not encouraging at all. Looking at the way it's been implemented in our schools, the technology has been given an important space in the curriculum, but there is no equipment to facilitate the learning of technology in those schools. Remember, in my story, I indicated that I have to go around borrow computers. I should have been presenting those lessons in the schools if they had computers, but that is not the case. So our focus is just on the theoretical part, but the practical, no. So for Ghana, we are changing, but we still have a lot to do when it's come to the teaching of technology in the schools.
Yeah, and that is key, because that even makes it greater, your efforts, your ability to control technology. So it opens a door, a window at least, of possibilities in the Ghanaian classroom. Even though there's difficulties, there's many things we can do, right?
Yeah.
Though there is difficulties, but we are innovating. We are
Excuse me, can you say
innovating.
that again?
I'm saying that even though there are difficulties, but we are trying our best in innovating, just to let the children come closer to whatever is happening in the outside world in terms of technology.
True. And that makes your effort even greater, and that's why we're so thankful. I think There's the recognition is always going to be short, but hopefully working together, we're going to be able to impact more and grow in terms of innovation in the Ghanaian
Yes,
classroom.
yes,
Mr. Abdul, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations again,
thank
and hopefully
you.
see you very soon here
Thanks.
in
Thanks,
our.
Abdul.
Thank you to my colleague teachers, most especially those from Ghana. I am so excited that you are also taking charge of this new development in the technology sector.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thanks, Abdul. Go well, eh? Bye-bye. Bye.
All right, so I definitely wanted to do that because this is definitely a good opening to what we're going to be talking
Absolutely.
today, Mr. Dale, which is the impact of technology in the African classrooms. And as you can
Yeah.
see, it takes a person, right? A person
Yeah.
with knowledge, with abilities, with skills, and with the will to do so.
Yeah, that man is selfless, and you know what? He is doing such a good work there. You know, it gives me goosebumps when I meet people like that, and he's sitting, outside because it's so warm. There's no air conditioning, and he's still doing a job. Never gives up, and he's just endlessly giving back to the community and to the kids. You know, you don't get a lot of that, and it's an honor to meet somebody like that.
That is true. Yes, and it makes us very happy to know, first of all, that there are more people worried about it, people doing
Yeah.
and like actually being innovative also in the ways they are integrating technology, uh,
Mm.
trying hard, and also
Sure.
creating awareness, which is a very important part of it, and that's why we have you here. So, for
Yeah.
everyone who's here, let me tell you that Mr. Dale is one of those people who are concerned, but not passively concerned. He's actively concerned. I was mentioned before, he was walking the extra mile, and that was the pun was intended, because actually that's the core of the efforts about Mr. Dale. So, Mr. Dale, just give us a brief introduction of what are those strategies that you started working on a couple of years ago, let's say 2022, 2023, and that are now like news going around the world.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks once again. Thanks, Lee, for having me on the show. I really appreciate it, and it's amazing. It's for me. It's an honor to share my story as well. And it's been a long road for me in education. I've got very long years of experience from selling at Panaboard through Panasonic. Those are very long years ago. To up to selling e-beams into South Africa. We've supplied more than 15,000 teachers with e-beams and trained them. So I've had a passion for this type of thing basically all my corporate life. And with that said, I've built up a knowledge in what the education sector really has used and what their real needs are out there. You know, it's important to understand that technology will never stand still. Um, and it's important to know that it will always evolve and will get better and get better and get better. I mean, I've been walking this road with you guys for almost 2 years, and already we've got AI in it. I mean, that's huge. And you got it right. Where other solution providers, I'm not going to mention any names, but we all know there's lots of them out there have not even touched their base. So I know that I have partnered up with the right provider like Tommy, like yourselves, that really puts in effort and wants to make a difference. You know, the reason why I got into education is because I wanted to give back. You know, as a businessman, I knew I'm going to do business, but I'm giving back. You know, enjoying what I'm doing, enjoying standing in front of 30 teachers, doing a demonstration, and seeing their faces light up and think, wow, is that what's out there? Is that how I can present a lesson? My first question ever, always when I present the solution is I ask them, do you have 100% pass rate in your class? And that's quite an interesting question to ask an educator. And I asked him to stick their hands up, and a few like tries to stick their hands up. And I say, you know what? It's possible if you've got the right technology. even when you do demonstration and presentation in the most rural areas in the world, those students, those little kids already know about cell phones. They already know about laptops. They already know what Windows mean. They already know what Android means. So we're dealing here with a generation, a technology generation, which is hitting the tip of the iceberg. Which is hitting the tipping point of technology, where it's going to be evolving in such a way that we are going to experience amazing things in the future, especially with Tommy. So my whole journey with technology has been amazing, and I'm blessed to and I'm very lucky that I could have been part of it since the beginning. So where Spannerboard started up to now, things have really honestly developed in such a way that even me, I am very excited about what the future is holding. Can you just give me 1 second? Just want to do something here.
Sure, please go ahead. All right, so yeah, definitely. Let me just tell you why we're talking about these efforts. Basically, we are people who are worried about education and people who believe that technology plays a big role in terms of the evolution and the revolution of education. And I say evolution and revolution because it's not only uh, including new technology, but it's also knowing how to use it, how to implement it, what is efficient, what is like actually worth it, and what is not, because it's not easy, and we need people who are worried about it, and we need people who are doing so. But
Yeah, sure.
especially not let's before we talk about it, technology in a deeper way. I want you to let us know a little bit about your efforts with your foundation. So you have a foundation and you're doing these strategies with your foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, thanks for that. I take pride in the foundation that we've laid down. It's called Walking the Talk Foundation. If you have a look here, it's WTTF. So if you want to go and Google us or see our website, you just go to www.wttf.org.za, and you'll see the whole story there. You can also follow us on TikTok and various places there where you see the whole journey that has happened. It started a year and a half ago, where I basically decided that we went to two schools in KZN, KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. There was massive floods here, and most of the kids here, most schools was damaged. 104 schools with badly damaged beyond repair. Okay. So I went to visit two of these schools in 2022, and we offered to help build these schools and fix these schools up for the department. And it got to the point where we basically gave quotes and everything, and nothing was done about it. At the end of the day, that's the foundation. I just got to a point in January 2023 where I said enough is enough. Nothing's been done to these classrooms. Nothing's been done to these schools. And these kids are still sitting in under trees, or not going to school, not being able to be educated because of these floods that happened. And I took the liberty of taking this whole situation in my own hands, and I just started walking from Johannesburg to KwaZulu-Natal, which is 600 kilometers far. The journey took me 29 days, and I walked anything between 19 and 48 kilometers a day. I eventually finished this whole journey, and to create awareness of what is happening in South Africa in the educational sector. Like I said and I mentioned before, you cannot have 70 students in a classroom. And you can also not have some students, kids educated, and some kids not educated. I mean, that's completely unfair. one thing we need to understand is that education needs to be free and to each and every kid in the world, not just in South Africa. This needs to be a global a thing that should happen. And in that journey, I've discovered so many things. I walked for 29 days on the road, on the N3. And then I basically got to the destination. And then I decided to walk from school to school and to see what damage there has been. And so I picked up 15 schools that I visited that they need 67 classrooms. And they also desperately need technology, more technology than classrooms. And the foundation's put a solution together where we make use of alternative building technology, which allows us to build a classroom in 11 days. We've got two solutions. We've got the other solution where we can mold a classroom in 10 days and equip it with the Tommy solution and the LED solution, which works combined together. And then obviously there's another solution that we also use that builds into 21 days. So we've, in this whole journey, if I can say this boldly, that God has showed me a solution that we have to put together to help these kids out there in desperate need that's not been educated. The only way we're going to take care of poverty is educating every single human being on earth the right way that it should be, and then that whole poverty problem will fall away. And I'm not going to go into politics, but we know where all of this has started and where it's heading to. And it's been an interesting journey. Saying that, introducing Tommy to most of the schools and that, they just love the whole process and the concept that you guys have put together, Louis. And it's not, I know it's been in the making for a couple of years, and it's been it's been live for 2 years. And what I've seen now on the digital platform and on the Tommy 8 unit that's being launched soon, we're very and extremely excited. Getting back to Walking the Talk Foundation, long story short, is that our goal is to build 1,000 classrooms in the next decade and equip the classrooms. There's a lot of people out there that build classrooms in schools, but it's an empty shell. You need to make that classroom self-sufficient, give it solar energy, give it JoJo tanks so they have water, and then equipping it with the best technology. I think we owe it to those kids that don't have classrooms. Don't just give them an empty shell again. Give them a classroom that's fully equipped with a technology that can help them. That's going to put a proper smile on that kid's face, and it's going to educate that child that's been underprivileged for years to have a better life and to build a better life for their kids as well, and for the future of the country. So that's the Walking the Talk Foundation's end goal. We hope and we pray that we will get to that end destination of building 1,000 classrooms. We are on the verge of starting our first project, which is called Project Love. We've got Project Love, Project Joy, Project Peace, Project Patience. It's all the names of the Spirit, and we decided to give each and every project that name. And our first project is Project Love, which is a project for a special needs school. The special needs school is blind, deaf, lame, autism, blind and deaf, dyslexic, all of that in one school, where there's 300 kids that's been held in one school, where parents just drop them off and leave them, and somebody has to take care of them. And this principal took the liberty as well by building housing for them. So she feeds them, she educates them, and she looks after them. And we're going to build 3 classrooms there and equip it with Tommy technology to help them also have fun in the classroom. You don't want an empty classroom there with a green board and chalk. You're not going to stimulate those kids. So we're going to equip these classrooms with the Tommy solution and put proper smiles on their faces. And we'll update you with the how we go forward with this whole project.
Yeah.
And that.
That all sounds very interesting. It's amazing because here we have a person that is definitely doing something for the kids. The principals as you're mentioning is a person who is not only giving them education, which is like the basic task that they are asked to, but they are also trying to feed them, trying to accompany them, just make them feel that there's a future for them, there's a better future for them, and apart from that, we have a person who's been walking for 600 kilometers, is it, or miles?
So I basically walked the first 30 days. I did 600 kilometers in 29 days. And thereafter, I did another 1,200 kilometers where I walked to the different schools, and I walked to corporates as well to ask them for CSI support. Because at the current state of the world, we know that there's a crunch on funds everywhere in the world, not just in South Africa. I think everybody can vouch that that's happening across the globe. And we are knocking on doors of corporate companies that's sticking their hands up to help us build and equip these classrooms for these kids. So I did 1,800 plus kilometers in basically 6 months. Yeah.
All right. Let me interrupt you one moment because I want to ask a question for our audience. So the people who are here just participating on this conversation, remember that we try to interact with you as much as possible because we want to hear and read what you have to say. So the question is very simple. What would you walk, in terms of education, of course, what would you walk 600 kilometers for? Would you walk 600 kilometers for infrastructure, connectivity, technology, better force of labor, better education for teachers? What is that would push you into making that big effort? And meanwhile, as we wait for our audience's answers, um, I know you don't like so much to talk about yourself, Mr. Dale, but I'm very interested in this effort, and I know it's something that is going to make people think, and as well as Mr. Abdul worked very hard to bring this innovation to a lot of new teachers and new students. Like very small efforts and big efforts, they all sum up, and that's how we definitely start thinking about changes in education. But I would like to know, what is fundraising in Africa? Is it what do you think is the what is hard about it? What is the best part of it? What if people are interested in working in fundraising for different educational purposes? What's your recommendations?
Yes, absolutely. You know, if you really have, if there's a will, there's a way. Can I say that? You know, when I embarked on this whole journey, it wasn't something that I planned. You know, it just happened. If you really want to make a difference, you're going to make a difference in any which way you want to. If it's walking, if it's baking pancakes, if it's baking cakes, whatever it is that you want to do to raise funds and awareness. Remember, it's not just about awareness. The whole journey that I took on wasn't fundraising. It was an awareness campaign that I created to get the word out there to show people in what turmoil education is lying in. And I'm not talking just South Africa, I'm talking global. It's a global thing that's happening here. And we need to open up our eyes and start realizing that if it carries on like this, we're going to find ourselves in serious trouble. Serious trouble. And we don't want that. You know, once we educate our kids properly, then we can build on a heaven here on earth as well. But there's so many ways that you can implement in fundraising. Create a walk around your school fields if you need to. Get people there. So we're going to walk around the school field for 24 hours long. Look, if I can do it with I didn't even train that hard. I just embarked on it. I did my first 70 kilometers. I developed massive blisters on my feet. The second day, and I had to walk 20 other kilometers with pain, uttermost pain. And I'm not boasting now or anything, but it's a true story. If I can do it, any person, can do it in this world. So go and create a little walk around your school. If you want to make use of the Walking the Talk Foundation name, we are a fully fledged non-profit organization. you're welcome to do it. Contact me directly and we can set up something for you and we can help you do this whole walk for education in your country or in your school or anything like that. We'll assist you gladly anytime, because at the end of the day, we need funds. We need the awareness. Why do we need awareness? Because our kids don't have the proper tools to be educated. Oh, we've got a tool now. It's called Tommy 8 and Tommy Digital. We can do that. Now we need funds. So we've done the awareness part. The awareness part is getting everybody involved doing this, and then we get the raising the funds. Now, when you raise funds, you have to target certain markets. You get the CSI, social responsibility market. We can go knock on corporate doors. So first of all, you need a non-profit organization with a NPO and a PBO, public benefit organizations number, to do these things. Trust me, it took me almost a year to get all of these things together. It's not easy. And I know the government department globally is very sticky on this whole process to get your non-profit organization number and everything in place. That's why I say we've got a non-profit organization already in place. You are more than welcome to contact us. We can send you a proposal how to do that and raise funds. You need to raise funds. Go knock on corporate doors and say, we're going to walk around the veld, or we're going to do a 5-kilometer walk. Please, will you sponsor us funds to get this going, to get water on this on the water points, get some food for us to raise money out of the community and the corporates out there to buy 10 Tommy units or 3 Tommy units and to get training done. That's, like I said, the teachers all over the world that you're dealing with, Louis, they're more than welcome to call me anytime. Go on the website, my number's there, and I'll gladly assist them how to raise these funds and awarenesses. And it's a long process. This is not a process that's going to happen overnight. It's a lifestyle process, if I can say that. This is something you're going to do for the rest of your life. When I took on this journey, knew that I can never ever turn back again. I can't, and it will be a selfish thing to do first of all, and that's not who I am. This is a journey that I have to walk to build 1,000 classrooms, and it's going to take a lot of money to do that. We're talking about 1-3 billion rand project here, and nobody is involved in something like that. And it's not because we're the first one. We are the ones that really going to focus on that and get the job done. And it's also about building the first 3 classrooms. So we're almost there. So yeah, I'm more than willing to sit with any person or to chat to any person and giving them detailed points how to start a fundraiser project.
Yeah, it's important knowledge anyway. It's important because we live in regions that actually need an extra support, because as we mentioned before, it's not about being political, but education makes part of policies as in any way.
Absolutely.
So definitely we need to connect to that. And we need extra effort. But remember, the question is, what educational purpose? I mean, what is the reason? What is the motivation that would make you walk 600 kilometers want to reach here? Mr. Dale, I want to know, what do you consider your biggest success in this career so far?
So, Louis, I've had a lot of successes in education, purely because I've got a passion for it. And you've got a passion for it, you will hit heights of it. The first thing is I've educated personally and trained more than 7,000 educators in my life on different platforms and technologies. So that's my biggest success. By knowing that I've trained so many teachers that's currently busy teaching with the solutions that we put into their classrooms. We were also invited to spearhead the paperless classroom in Johannesburg, South Africa, and that's LED touchscreens through smart. And we spearheaded that whole solution for the Department of Education, which was a huge success for us in my career. But unfortunately, because of COVID and things like that, things have really things happened, and it wasn't what like it used to be. But but at the moment, I can say I'm currently working on my most success story, and it hasn't ended. So this is it. The Walking the Talk Foundation and Only Imaginate and Pan Solutions and Starboard working together to change hundreds of thousands of kids' lives in the future. This is the success story. In the past, we've reached huge successes, but my focus is totally and completely now on this current and a journey that we are on at the moment. And we're excited. It's hard work. It's day in, day out. Wake up early in the morning, being dedicated, making the phone calls, setting up appointments, working till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and just focusing, eat, drink, sleep, education. It's a lifestyle. And I know it's tough for educators out there, teachers. I know they have to teach, they have to prepare lessons, they have to mark, they have to do sometimes sport in it. So they're in the same boat like we are, that's supplying the stuff and educating the educators, they're educating kids. We're in the same boat. So it's tough for all of us. All I can say is do a little bit of exercises, go walk, do some walking, clear your mind and get into the grind and do what you have to do. And the Tommy solution will bring you happiness and obviously results in things like that.
Yeah, well, wow. I mean, I have to say it's very inspiring. Your words are they demonstrate such a long way working for this purpose in education, and as well, we're trying very hard. We're trying to get to those people, to get to people like you, to people like Mr. Abdul, to people like the teachers that we have here joining us, and we need to do that. It's definitely one of the most important things to do that in general in the world, because we need education and quality education. So definitely that. Mr. Dale, I would like to. We know that South Africa, as far as I know by my talks with teachers around Africa, in Ghana, Kenya, mostly, we know that South Africa may be a referent country in different aspects for other countries in at least in this sub-Saharan Africa. So I would like to ask you, what is the situation of education in South Africa, specifically in South Africa at the moment?
It's, you know what, like I said before, you get the private sector, which is blooming, it's doing well. You get the middle section, which is obviously got some classes in that has technology in it. And then you got the lower end, which is really struggling. That's where our focus is. So, and I think this is anywhere in the world. You'll have private schools in your country. Ghana has got private schools in their country. Mexico has got private schools in country, and then they've also got the middle standards and then the lower standards. That's how I classify private, middle, and then underprivileged. So our focus is on the underprivileged, and the majority of that is underprivileged. So if I can say 5% is private, then you need to know where the other 95% is going, and 75% is going. It's to those kids that's not been privileged with technology and that don't even have facilities to go to school. So it's schools are falling apart because of lack of funds. The roofs are giving in. It's not been painted for years. No technology. The chalkboards are falling off. It's not good. It's really in a bad way. If I maybe in the next session that we have, let me bring a slide up and I can show you some photos that I've taken on my walking journey to the different schools. You'll cry when you see the state of these schools. It's not good. It's a very sad story. It's impossible for me to fix up all these schools in my lifespan. But you know what? For me to leave a legacy and for somebody to carry on from there, we might get there in a couple of years' time or in 3 decades or something like that. But you never know. We might not even be here by then, eh?
That is
But
true. That is true.
let's let's try let's try our uttermost best to do as much good as possible, and that's what we stand for, is to do good. We stand for good, and there's a secret in good, eh? It's God.
It's actually part of the word. Yeah.
Yes,
Interesting.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Interesting. All right,
yeah.
great. So again, it's very inspiring to, and not only me, but a lot of people are saying similar things in the comments. It's very inspiring what you do. It kind of, I mean, we all do it. Everybody who is related to education feels a very similar emotion in terms of, like trying harder, because we know this is a way in which, I mean, as the humanity, as a civilization, we can actually overcome difficult problems that we are facing at the moment. We feel that the world is kind of walking backwards sometimes. So definitely there's a need. There's a lack of people working hard, just like you are doing. There's another topic that I wanted to ask you, and it's specifically the title of this workshop, and it's technology in the African classrooms. So, according to your experience in South Africa and in countries in Africa, how do you think teachers and institutions are connecting with technological innovations and using them in the classroom?
Louis, when I used to do road trips and I had to go and do tender deals for different CSI companies, I had to go to the most rural parts of South Africa. And then I have to travel 70 kilometers on a sand road to get to the school, equip them with the technology, and then drive back. But those people were ready. We can't say that, some groups, the lower end, is not ready for technology. That's nonsense. Everybody's ready for technology. I mean, Microsoft, if you ask any person, do you know a PC or a laptop? Yes, they will. 80% of humanity out there has educated themselves either on Windows or on Android. So the world is ready for it. All we need to do is go switch them on. And we've got the technology to do it. And getting back to Tommy, it's a user-friendly platform, and that's what you want. You don't want something that only rocket science can use. We've got a solution here that can be used even in private schools. We've got private schools looking at this, okay? So, and in the most rural schools. So technology is ready to be distributed in any part of the world. For instance, I did this one school. We drove in the Western Cape. We drove there. We got there 8 o'clock at night. And the school was waiting with the students. The teachers was waiting for us to install one solution. Till 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Then I had to demo and train them. They said, I can't go. I need to train them now. They're so hungry for technology. Because, can I be honest with you, technology these days, now you've got a solution where you can go see a map of the world. You can play a video of the map of the world, and then you can have a quiz on the map of the world, where you could never have done that in the past. And then you can go review it. So, which means your spaced repetition is possible. For me as a human being, I can overcome my dyslexia or any problem that I have in education by utilizing proper technology. And those are one of the things I can mention. I'm not a proper educator, but I've educated more than 7,000 teachers how to use technology to educate students. And I've seen the difference in their lives. You have teachers coming up to you crying and saying, I can't use technology. A 70-year-old lady came up to me and she said, I can't use this. I can't. And I said, I will work with you. Give me some time. Give me 3 hours. After 3 hours, that lady she's the best performer in the school. So let's embrace technology and just go out there and do our job. Us as educators, us as suppliers to educators need to go and do the job now. We need to supply the educators with this technology. They need to teach with it. Point blank, that's the solution that we have now.
And we believe that as well. So, and that's why we work very hard in terms of creating technology that is again, efficient. We actually are at the moment in an alliance with the Mr. Dale and his organization in terms of bringing this type of technology to South Africa, to people, to teachers in South Africa, to classrooms in South Africa. And basically, I'm going to show you right now is a very simple video that shows how we are trying very hard to integrate useful technology that we know that has been proved maybe individually in different classrooms, but now we're trying to put it together and bring it to the teachers in a friendly way, in a way that they're going to be able to use it right away, or they're going to be trained in no time to use it accordingly. And that's our effort. That's our 600 kilometers walking, and now we are entering the continent, not only with the platform but also with this piece of hardware. So let me give you a heads up of what's coming to Africa in general.
And this is our latest release, the Tommy 8. It's a must-have. Every teacher in the world should have one because it's going to help you reduce your workload and integrate innovation and technology in the classroom in a very smart way. So let me show you a little bit of how it works. First, it's important to know that it is a portable digital whiteboard. By means of a video projector, a standard video projector, you can transform any surface into a digital whiteboard in a very easily. So it has auto calibration, so I just need to do this, show the area that I'm using for projection, and then tap on it again, and there you go. Now I can use any surface as a digital whiteboard. All right, so over here, as you can see, I can just navigate as I would do, and I can actually use it as I would use any whiteboard, any manual analog whiteboard, but in a very smart and digital way. I'm going to show you a very interesting app, which is the Tommy Group app, in which we integrated the possibility to first create groups, virtual classrooms for you, use them to, for example, take attendance. So it's a very interesting way. We're going to use these QRs, and as you can see, I have a group of my students back there, and they're showing the codes to the camera, to the rear camera of the Tommy. And as you can see, this is marking the attendance in the classroom. So now that I know who is in the classroom, I can interact with my students in many different ways. But this is not the only way we can use these markers, because I can also use the app to create tests. And by means of these tests, by means of these markers, I can help them choose very quickly the options A, B, C, or D by rotating the markers in a very easy way. Let me show you how it works. So I'm going to grade question by question. These are the questions I prepare for this class, and my students back there are rotating their personalized and their personal QR codes, and as you can see, it's showing what is their choice.
All right, so a little bit of what we're doing in terms of technology to improve the engagement of students in the classroom, the connection, and how active students are in their own learning process. What do you think about it?
I like that. Yes, listen, yeah. The when we rotated, that's new, eh?
Yes,
that's new.
Yes,
I know
yes.
you've got augmented reality, and you can obviously, you can also, that's one of the sides, but you still got the one where you mark your exams as well. You've got the whole spreadsheet, and you've got ABCDs, and you can mark it like that. No, it's just on another level. You know, education needs to be fun as well. Can't be as strenuous as it used to be. I mean, when we went to school, it was, I hated school. Now I have to educate educators with technology, but it's because it's so interesting. And I just think it's on a different level. It's on a different level. Definitely.
and we're trying very hard. Like great minds behind it, people that have been
Mm.
working for over 15 years on creating this type of technology, collecting technology from around the world, bringing it together in a smart way, and making it affordable for
Yeah.
teachers around the globe. So that's as I mentioned before, that's our 600-kilometer walk. I
Yes.
mean, not just
Yeah.
the same, but also hard work, and in like work with an intention, with a purpose, which is bettering education for children and for teachers as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Dale. So we are coming to the end of this broadcast. We are very happy to have you here. We hope you're going to be joining us later on for other workshops, so we can talk a little bit more about your experience, and learn with you about technology that is already available, and the teachers can start using right away, such as our Tomita digital platform, and such as some many other platforms and tools that are available online. But before we leave,
Absolutely.
before we stop, I wanted to ask you for a final idea on technology, using technology in the class, in the African classroom. So, what is, do you think, is the way teachers that are not using technology, or not using technology very effectively? What do you think is the best way to get on board on that?
You know what? Obviously, research is the best. It's the key to information out there. Go and do your research properly. What is out there? What solutions do you have there to bundle with your solutions? You know, the Tommy solution is an amazing solution. What we personally doing is we're bundling it with another solution as well, with Starboard, for instance. Really amazing LED touchscreens, affordable. It's also global supply to global countries in that. So go and do your research. What can it work with? Which environment can you go to? And for the teachers is also, yeah, just familiarize yourself. You know, when we taught ourselves to use Windows. We didn't have Bill Gates coming to us and saying to us, this is Windows, go on it, and this is Office. We had to teach ourselves. Get your elbow into it and make sure that you know the process inside out. You know, it took me a couple of weeks that I just dedicated myself to learn and to teach myself how to use the technology. Technology is a way of educating yourself by day. It's not by month or whatever. Every day you need to go and press a button and see what the button does. You know, people saying, but where's the razor? They, you know, to educators would come to me and say, how do I add a hyperlink? I say, please, if you can search for it, here is the training module. You will definitely find it. So, you know, just constantly get yourself familiarized with the technology out there. And I mean, the Tommy digital platform is huge. There's so much to do. Consistently create lessons, and the more lessons you create, the better you're going to get. I mean, I'm not an educator, but I've already got lessons out there. How can I go out there and show educators this is the technology out there? I need to familiarize myself with it. I need to go and create lessons so I can show them what their capabilities are. I usually say to them, if I can do this, you can do this 10 times better. So just keep on doing your research, look at other videos, look at other teachers preparing, and just get involved in the community. I mean, the Tommy community is growing. I'm proud of being part of it, and I'm proud of I'm proud to spearhead the South African Sub-Sahara district for Tommy. And we've got a huge conference coming up now in 2 weeks. The conferences, please, make sure that you attend conferences. Make sure that you can demo on the conferences, and make sure that, you know, as many possible people can see the solution, because it's all about the community, the Tommy community, and the platform that we're building here. You know, if you've got millions and millions of lessons out there, which is open to the public and to the educators out there, we're changing the world in a good way, huh?
We're trying anyway, and
Yes,
we need to work together. So that's why we are
absolutely.
we believe in community and community work, and that's why I'm
Yes.
definitely inviting you to join us in our Telegram community, which is the link. You can follow the link on the comment section,
Okay.
even if you're
Okay.
watching this video on a different time. So just please go ahead. We are going to welcome you with a pro subscription pin for a pro access version of our platform. So
Okay.
if you're interested in using our platform, just go ahead, join the community now, pass the link around, pass it to your colleagues, all those teachers that are already working with technology or that are interested in working with technology. We want to have you in our community. We want to hear your ideas. We want to show other people what you're doing. So definitely, you are very welcome to join us. All
Great
right.
stuff.
So, Mr. Dale, so just finally, I just want to thank you not only for being here, but also for your big efforts, for your hard work, for being part of our community, and also for bringing to our organization the possibility to access the African market and to be able to connect with teachers in South Africa, in Zambia, in Kenya, in Cameroon, Senegal, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and all those countries who actually, as well as Latin American countries, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia, Brazil, Mexico, we have a lot of similarities. People from Asia would say the same. Even people from Europe and the United States would say that they need this type of technology. So if we get together and we work together, is not only in technological aspect, but in many different educational aspects, we can like actually walk forward and start
Yes.
changing things for education.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Great
thank you very
stuff.
much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate your being here. And if you have any final remarks, please go ahead.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, good. All the very best to everybody out there. And thanks for watching the show. God bless all of you. And yeah, keep on digging, keep on doing good out there. And I mean, being an educator is doing good. You know, you're doing a good deed. And never forget that you're doing it for the kids as well. So thank you. And thanks for supporting us as well. And anytime go, and you're welcome to contact me anytime, anybody, if they need some advice, how to do fundraisers or whatever, and I'll gladly assist.
All right. So don't forget, it's wttf.org. That's ZAA. In order to learn more about Walking the Talk Foundation and Mr. Dale Van Blerk and his efforts. Once again, thank you very much, and hopefully see
Thank
you
you.
soon in another workshop.
Great stuff. Thank you, Louis. Bless you all. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
And to you all, thank you very much for being here again with us. You don't know how much we appreciate that you join us. Once again, I want to really invite you to come and meet us in our Telegram community. We are trying to make it bigger so we can start a conversation there and connecting with teachers around the world and making sure that progress in education through technology is possible. We are Tommy. This is an edtech company, a global edtech company based in Latin America that is very worried for bringing technology to education, but technology that is affordable, that is useful, that is easy, that is friendly, and that also is going to change. It's going to be a game changer for the teachers in the classroom. So if you have any questions, just let us know. Start using our platforms, Tommy Digital for Teachers, and join us in Telegram because you're going to get invitations to all our workshops. We are constantly bringing people such as Mr. Dale to our workshops, and we are adding a lot of value content to the community. So if you're interested in education, if you want to learn a little bit more about technology for education, don't think it twice. Join us and continue working with us. Together, we work better. Have a great rest of the day. I'll let you know when we're having a new workshop very soon. We are preparing a workshop in interculturality. So we're going to be talking about differences in education between Africa, Europe, Latin America, with a very special guest that knows a lot, that has been around in different countries, in different continents, and who knows a lot about interculturality and how these type of skills are also important together with technology for the progress in education, for a revolution in education. So don't miss it. I will be inviting you very soon to that next workshop. And well, no more. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here, and see you soon. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.